Greetings, critical thinkers. Hi, I am your instructor, Kevin G. Smith. Welcome to week 10. Hope you appreciated that break we had last week. Don't worry, I'm still going to give you a little bit of a break, or more so an extended time period to do the activities for week 10. So let's jump right into it. This week we're going to do the week 10, which we're going to focus on genetically modified foods versus organic foods. Say, what's that? What's this all about? Well, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to take about a week and a half to explore it. So when we get to week 11, I'll still give you some new activities, but you'll still be doing part one or from week 10. So you're going to have a little bit more time. So we're going to ease you back into some work before we get started with your STEM presentation. Next week, I'm going to give you a little bit more focused structure for your STEM presentations as well, since they're going to be coming up in about 3 weeks or so. So let's get started. I have a mock version of what's up on your screen. So right now it should be available for week 10. If you go to the week 10 read, I think I'm using the online course. So this gives you all of your instructions. And again, I need to remind you all, when I give you a read assignment, I need for you to read the read assignment. I am noting very frequently that many of you are not reading the read assignments. You're asking me questions that I already answered in the read section of the assignment, including like what's the assigned reading, what are the links for you to go to, what are the videos. So I'm going to caution you, I'm going to start deducting points for you to ask me questions that are kind of redundant, which are already there. That means you're not doing the work. Do the work. Okay, that's my public service announcement. Going back, for week 10 read, we're going to be focusing on I think it's chapter 11 in your textbooks. Is genetically modified food safe to eat? What is a genetically modified food versus an organic food? You hear a lot of conversation about those things. We're going to explore this over the next week and a half of activities. So this week we're going to do our typical think, seek, do, and reflect. I also have some surveys, pre and post, or before and after, or a little mini quiz worth some little extra credit points. You're not required to do it. But as you look through the readings, you're going to have something from Mr. Miller as well as Mr. Conco, and various information as well as Mr. Smith, talking about pros and cons of organic foods or genetically modified foods more so. So in the think assignment, here's the fun part. This is something I really like where you can get some of your friends and family members involved again. You're going to go shopping. It says right here in the instructions, do not spend more than $6. But I want you to go to the grocery store, your local market, whatever, Whole Foods, Jules, Dominic's, neighborhood store, and I want you to kind of purchase something you normally would eat all the time, whether it's vegetables or fruit, whether it's some kind of canned goods. But I want you to get two of the same type of products. I want you to get organic, and I want you to get non-organic, which is what they call genetically modified foods. And as you read and understand a little bit more, you can ask your grocer for more details, etc. And you're going to do a little experiment over the next couple of days. So whether you do it beginning today, this week, or you do it next weekend, I'm going to give you until next Wednesday to complete this assignment. Think assignment. It's worth 15 points, so make sure you put some good time in it. So when we get to the think, you can read more details. Meanwhile, whereas the think is due next week, I'll go into that in detail. The seek is due this Wednesday. I'll review the deadlines with you as well. The seek is typical. I don't want you to get too far behind in your reading, so I still want you to kind of do a little prep work. Go off and do your own exploration. Find your own information on what genetically modified foods are versus organic foods. I want you to read up, find some videos, find some good articles, something that's good that you can share with everyone else. The do assignment is, of course, based off of the readings and the articles that you find to read. So it's typical do. The do assignment, however, is due next Wednesday. So not this Saturday, next Wednesday at noon. I'll go over the details in the section. And then, of course, a reflect. The reflect is also due next week. So in essence, when I'm saying next week, I mean week 11. So I'm giving you a little bit extended time to kind of go into it. Take your time and kind of get to correct. So the readings are, here's a link on how to conduct experiments, because you're going to be doing kind of a little small scientific home experiment with food or products, etc. So I want you to just do a little bit of click here, find out what they say about how to do research. I also love to know.org. It's something about examples of what organic foods are. So I thought this was an interesting link that you can use. And then I want to go back to the whole propaganda issue. So I got this fun kind of a website, and I like your thoughts on it. So I've gave you this to take a look at. And then another one, you cannot, again, you all cannot use links for your article reviews for your SEEK assignments that I already assigned. So actionbioscience.org, you cannot use that for your own. Find your own. But check it out as well. In the textbook, you're going to go to issue 11, Are Genetically Modified Foods Safe to Eat? You're going to read the yes and no. You're going to read the postscripts. And then last but not least, here's another website for resource for you to check out if you want to find out more information. You cannot use this for your SEEK. It's for you to use to see if you can get some more information. And then one more. Again, the effects of conventional versus organic diets. Some other interesting information. And then, of course, genetically modified foods harmful or helpful from CSA. Again, you cannot use this link for your SEEK assignment, but you can use it for review. So I've given you a good week and a half to do some work, so feel free, you have time to check all of these different links out. The point values and deadlines for this week. The Think assignment is worth 15 points this week. It is due Wednesday, November the 2nd by midnight. Actually, it's probably supposed to be midday by noon, so I'm going to change that. The SEEK assignment is due this Wednesday, October 26th, so do your research in your own articles. I want you to read more so ahead of time, ideally before you start doing your experiments, so you can have a really good idea about some of the different safe and health and all those kind of cool things about it. Nutritious, food value, cost, etc., etc., etc. These are things that you're going to do your research and write upon for your Think assignment, because I really want you to spend some time on it, so that's why it's due next week, not this week. Then, of course, your Do assignment, that's your typical paper, that's going to be due next Saturday. Next Saturday. I have to go double check that. That's right. It's due next Saturday, November the 5th. So you've got almost this week and next week, because you're going to spend about a week and a half doing your Think assignment. So I'm giving you 2 weeks to do this. So ease up into it. What I don't want you to do is take my time and my gift for granted and wait till the last minute to do the work. You can start posting as early as this coming weekend if you wish. Don't wait till the last minute. If you wait till the last minute, I'm going to get you. So that's why this is due Wednesday, and then your due is due on Saturday. So, and then of course the Reflect. The Reflect will probably open up next Wednesday, since your Think is due next Wednesday. Your Reflect will open up next Wednesday, and then you can post by the following Sunday. So this is a total of 40 points this week. So making up for lost time last week. This is significant. Get the work done. Take your approximate 6 to 8 hours. Some suggestions. Do the work. Don't wait till forever. And I'm going to get caught up on some of your grading this week. So let's go take a quick look at these specific assignments. So within the first of all, of course, you can always take the survey. I'll leave that to you. Let's look into the SEEK assignment. With the SEEK assignment, here are detailed instructions. Spend no more than $6 around that. No, I'm not reimbursing you. This is out of your own pocket. I'm sure you have to eat at some point in time. So feel free to spend some of your time doing a little bit of scientific experiment. The instructions are pretty clear. They've worked over time. Even at the bottom, what type of report I'm looking to show you, I'll show you that in a second. But spend about 1 to 3 hours doing the whole, obtaining the materials, doing the experiment, writing up your procedure, because I really want to know how you did your procedure, how you tested, who all was involved, etc., how many times you repeated it, and then some specific findings and results and any recommendations that you have. So set those things up. I'm giving you a week and a half. Go to your local, here are your specific instructions. And if you want to, here's your rubric. I'm looking for 200 to 400 words. I'm looking for a good write-up, people, not some bullet points, some good write-ups. And then here's your rubric as far as how I'm going to grade that 15 points. And if you want to see some previous examples, I've kind of given you what some of your past classmates have written up. Here's a nice example of a good write-up right here, summary. Here's another one, summary, what I consider a decent report. They gave some details, talked about a lot of things. Good report. I'm not looking for an average report like this. This is answering the question, but you would be graded accordingly for it. Another average report versus some good report. So I've given you some different samples of what I'm looking for. So check those things out. But you have an entire week and a half to write this up. It's due next Wednesday. So kind of keep that in mind. So read the instructions at your own details. Let's go back to the SEEK. Your SEEK assignment is normal for the week. Typical, find your article. It is due this week. It is due this week. It's due this Wednesday in 3 or 4 days. So Do your normal, find your own links or URLs or articles or videos or something and post that. I want you all to start posting this week so you all can do the extra research to really understand about organic versus genetically modified foods. I think that will help make your research a little bit more interesting and lively and make your final reports that I'll do next week a little bit more telltale. So this is standard SEEK assignment. Do your own research on that. And then, of course, the do assignment. Of course, you're going to do your normal. Write your textbook article review. This is based off of issue 11. It's due next Saturday. It's due next Saturday. Not this Saturday, which is the 28th. It's due, or the 29th. It's actually due November the 5th. So you've got 2 weeks to do both the think and the do. You've got time. Use your time wisely. Don't take this for granted. Don't wait till the last minute. Otherwise, the point values will be taken off significantly if you don't post up there early and you wait till the last minute to help me grade. I'm going to get you off of that. And, of course, you can click here so you can go back and see the different formats. People, make sure that you number your answers as opposed to letting me evaluate. Now that we're in the second half of the semester, I'm going to be a little bit more critical about some of your grading and some of the work that you're doing. You all are in college, some of your last semesters, so let's start working like you're trying to graduate and you're doing college level work. Okay, here's the rubric for it. Again, we're 15 points. Excuse me. And then last but not least, I will open up the Reflect and the Post survey a little bit later, but they will be available afterwards. Okay, so that's all we have for this week. Take your week and a half, 2 weeks to get the work done. This is not like an extra level time. I'm just easing you back into it because it's midterms or after midterms, and I really want you to take your time, and I want you to have some fun with this. People love this activity and assignment. So that's it for right now. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the frequently asked questions or send me a direct email and have some good conversation and dialogue online. I'm your instructor, KG Smith. Have a great week 10 in critical thinking, and I will see you guys soon. Talk to you later online. Bye.